coffee break. You guys, peppermint mocha from Dunkin' Donuts is my shit. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be this makeup look that I'm wearing right now. I wanted to do a kind of holiday makeup look, but I wanted it to be a little bit more simple. So this look, I wanted to focus more on the face and the lips rather than the eyes. So the eyes are very kind of like natural. There's no false lashes or anything like that. It's very, very simple, maybe 2 colors on the lid, and it's just more focused on the skin. So a lot of this tutorial is really talking about the skin. I did a lot of like cream contouring and highlighting and stuff because I really think when you rock a bold red lip, I feel like when this skin looks really nice, you can't really go wrong, and I just think it looks really classic and timeless. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs up if you guys did, and by the way, I am wearing a shirt. I know I look kind of naked, but I'm wearing a shirt. So if you guys want to see how to recreate this makeup look, then let's just jump right in. I already have filled my brows in. I just used the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The eyes are going to be super, super easy because we're focusing mainly on the face and the lips. I'm going in with my new ColourPop All I See Is Magic palette. I'm going to create more looks with this palette, but this look is going to be very, very simple. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm just going to swoop that all into my crease. So we're just going to apply this. I did want to mention that I did already set my eyes, by the way, with some concealer. So make sure you do that just to kind of cancel out any veins that you have, and it makes the eyeshadow go on smoother. So I'm going to go into this shade right here, this brown, and I'm going to just dab that very, very slightly on my brush, and I'm just going to barely put this into my crease. I really just want it to look more defined. I don't really want it to be like, oh, you know, she has a huge smoky eye going on. You know what I mean? I just want it to be very subtle. So I'm just going to apply that, and then I'm going to take another brush and just clean around it. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with a little tiny baby brush here. I'm going to go back in to this brown, and I'm just going to focus this on my lash line and just kind of smudge it in. This kind of gives your lashes a little bit of volume when you apply mascara. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like the way it looks, so I always do this step. I just like the way it makes the lashes look. I was debating if I wanted to do wing liner for this look because whenever I do a classic red lip, I like to do like a really dramatic wing, but for some reason I wasn't feeling it today. I just kind of wanted to keep it really natural on the eyes. Alright, so now I'm going to grab this shade right here, which is a beautiful, beautiful iridescent shade. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to put this on my brow bone and also in my inner corner. As you can see, it's super dramatic. It's like a really pretty kind of like gold reflex. Look at that pigmentation, girl. And then I'm just going to grab that same shade, and I'm going to put this in my inner corner. I usually like to wait to do my inner corner until I do my foundation because I end up going over it anyway, but I'll just put it here anyway. It's like a really pretty kind of like goldish reflex. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just going to go into this shade right here. It's like a kind of sparkly shade. And I'm going to grab that, and I'm just going to put this really, really close to my lash line. I just want a little bit more depth, just like a tiny bit. You could even do this with a black if you wanted to, but there isn't a black in this palette, so I'm just going to use this. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in and apply mascara. I like to do 2 different kinds. This one is the L'Oreal Lash the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and this one is the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I like to apply both of these because they both do different things in my opinion. So I'm just going to quickly apply a couple coats of these. So I just want to quickly talk about something that's really frustrating me. My lashes have been really annoying me lately, and I've been wearing false lashes because they've been driving me nuts. So this lash isn't as bad, but this one, once I apply the mascara, I'll show you what I'm talking about. The edges of my lashes are kind of like bent, and not in a good way. Like when I put mascara on, the mascara gets on my eyelid because they're bent, and I don't know if it's because in the past I've gotten those glue-on lash extensions, and I think they damaged my lashes permanently and they just never grew back, and it's really frustrating me because they're really dented. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but these lashes over here are just not cooperating with me lately. Like they just kind of like dent inward, and I don't know if it's from the way I sleep or what, but if you guys have any suggestions, please leave your comments down below. Alright, I'm gonna zoom you guys out and I'm gonna focus on the face, and then we'll finish up the lower lash line. So to focus on the face, I really wanted a like luminous kind of finish to my face, so I grabbed this foundation. This is the Mercier CandleGlow Soft Luminous Foundation. I really like the finish of this. It makes my face look really like luminous and really pretty, and I already did apply a little bit of this Cover FX enhancer drops mixed in with my moisturizer, so I do have that on my face already and as like a base. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna apply this foundation, and I am going to use a brush to apply it this time instead of a beauty blender. So to blend this all out, I'm gonna use my this is a Morphe E31, and it's just like a flat top, and I like to just pat this into my skin. So I'm really excited because I got this new Eco Tools sponge. This one I think I already have in the green one, and I really liked it, but I saw this little like holiday kind of duo. I really wanted to try it, so I'm going to try it today. It's just the little sponge that looks like this. Yes, this is the same design as the green one, and then there's like a little smaller one. I'm just gonna go wet this and I will be right back. So as you can see, the sponge has gotten very large, and it's super squishy. I love it. So I'm going to apply my concealer, and recently I've been really liking the Wet n Wild concealer. It can get a little bit drying if you put too much powder. Like if you like to bake your under eye and really set it in place, if you put too much powder, this can look a little bit drying, so be careful. So I've been mixing these two to get like the perfect kind of combination. So I'm gonna apply the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This one is in the color Light Ivory, and I'm just gonna apply this like right here, just to like really brighten up the eyes. And the consistency reminds me so much of the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know what it is, but the way it applies, it just reminds me of it. So I like to apply this right down the center of my face because it really just brightens, and I do have a little pimple there. And then I like to take the Tarte Shape Tape, which is in the color Light Medium, and I like to just kind of follow through with that. You don't need this much concealer. I don't know why I'm applying this much, to be honest, but there we have it. I like to mix just because the coverage is really good on the Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and blend this out. I really like this sponge a lot too because it has the straight edge here, so you can really clean up your eyeshadow with it. I think it actually works really good for that, and it gets under the eyes really nicely. So now I'm just gonna set everything in place. I'm just gonna take my Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just gonna take a e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm just gonna take that and I'm just gonna put this right under the eyes, but I am not going to touch out here because I will show you in a minute what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set this area just so that it doesn't crease. What I've really been enjoying doing to just really make the skin look super glowy is to take my Cover FX drops in Celestial, and I like to put this on my cheekbones before I apply my highlight. And you always want to do this step before any powder, which is why I didn't set any further than this, because this will not blend out good if you put it over powder. I already tried and it's just a mess. So you just want to apply this like on your cream products, and I just think it just does something to your skin. Even though we're going to be, you know, covering this with another highlight, it just gives the base a really pretty glow, and I feel like when you have a pretty base, it's just, you can't beat it. So I like to apply this on the cheeks, and then I will take a little bit and kind of dab it on my forehead just to blend everything. So also sticking on the cream page here, I've been really enjoying cream contouring. So this bad boy is so good in my opinion. I really like this. This is the Wet n Wild. I literally can't read it because it's rubbed off because I use it so much, and it's in the color Oaks on You. I really like this for cream contouring. I just think it works really nice. It blends out effortlessly in my opinion, and I really like it. So I like to just take it down my nose just to kind of even everything out. And then I'll just take my beauty blender, or not my beauty blender, my sponge, and I will just kind of dab this into my skin, and I just really like the finish of it. I think it blends out really nicely, and it just gives you like a really pretty sun-kissed glow, and it warms up the skin, especially because this time of year I feel like my skin just feels so just like dull, and it misses the sun. So I like to just kind of fake it with cream products, because I feel like cream products just give your skin just a natural kind of warmth underneath. And I've been really enjoying this. I know it's an extra step, but it makes your face just look really nice, and it also lasts longer. Like all the products that you put on top of it really last, because you're putting kind of like a base down. And then I will go through and kind of brush out my brows, because I already did them, but sometimes when you do your foundation you can get some foundation in the brows, so I like to just comb these bad boys back. So I like to set my face with my IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. Just looks like this. So I like to just set the areas down in place so that they don't kind of slip and slide. And then once I do this, this might sound really excessive, but I really like the look of like really luminous kind of glowy skin, obviously, which is what I've been saying in this whole video. But I have been taking this Essence Pure Nude highlight in the color Be My Highlight. This is really affordable. I think it's like $4, maybe not even. It's just a really subtle powder, but it's labeled as a highlight, but for me, I like to apply this all over my face, which sounds scary, but trust me, it just gives you a really pretty glow if you have dry skin. So I like to do this just like on my forehead and kind of right here under my eyes, just to like really brighten everything up, especially over that highlight that we did. It just gives your face a really pretty kind of finish. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. It's not like sparkly or anything, but it just gives a really pretty finish. So I really like doing that. And then I'm going to set that cream contour in place with an actual powder contour. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I like to mix these two together. And I will just take a Hoola brush. This came with the Hoola bronzer. I really like it for contouring. And I'll just get in the hollows of my cheeks right here and just really set that in place, also on the forehead. So far I just love the way the skin looks. I feel like it looks really youthful and just really nice. Alright, so now what I like to do is just go in with some bronzer. This is the No. 7 bronzer in Maple. You guys, I'm obsessed with this bronzer. As you can see, I already hit pan on it. It is so good. I don't know what it is about it. I just really enjoy it. So I'm taking this on what I always use my bronzer with. This is a Morphe R2 brush. This brush is just bomb for applying bronzer. I don't know what it is about it. but it just really applies the bronzer so nicely. I just really love it. So I just like to kind of go around the edges of my face and just blend this. Also, I take it down my neck a little bit. Alright, so now it is time for some blush. I like to use a pretty kind of like subtle blush whenever I'm doing a red lip because I don't want it to be like too clashy, if you guys know what I mean. So this blush is perfect for that. This is in the color Paaarty. This is by Tarte. Tarte blushes are amazing. They last for so long. So what I like to do is take a kind of stippling brush like this. This one is by Crown, and I like to just take this into the blush, tap it off, and then I like to just blend this onto my cheeks, and I like to blend backwards instead of applying it right onto my cheeks. I don't really like the way that looks when it's just like on the cheeks, so I like to apply this kind of right here and then back. And then I just kind of blend this into the bronzer and the highlight so everything just kind of blends seamlessly. And this color is just really, really pretty. Alright, so now it's time to highlight the skin. I'm going to go in with this highlight by Maybelline. This is the Master Chrome Molten Gold highlight. You guys, this highlight is so bomb, and it's from the drugstore, which is amazing. I feel like drugstore prices are getting up there lately, like getting up there. Like they're not really drugstore prices anymore, but this is so good, you guys. I'm just using a Real Techniques brush that looks like this, and I'm just going to take this and apply it right here. And do you guys see that? Like, that is drugstore. This is better than most high-end highlights that I've tried. So it just is so beautiful, and it's not too gold. Like in the pan it looks super gold, but when you apply it on your cheekbones, it is the most gorgeous highlight. I am obsessed. I've been using this and only this lately. And then I will take it on my finger and just apply it right above the brow bone. I feel like when you apply it with your finger, it just melts in the skin a little bit better, and it just doesn't look too much on the forehead. Sometimes I can overly highlight and it kind of ages you a little bit. I will take this on my finger again, and I will literally just dab it on the tip of my nose and then just down the bridge just a little bit. I don't bring it all the way down because I like somewhat of a shadow here. It makes your nose kind of like look shorter, and so that's what I do. And then I take that on my Cupid's bow as well. And I will just take a dab of that and put it on my chin just for a little bit of extra glow. If you have pimples here, don't do this because it will accentuate the pimple more. And then what I like to do, which is kind of like an extra step here, but I like to apply a little bit more of a highlight just on like the highest point. And this is like really blinding. I don't even need to really do that, but this is the Sleek makeup it's not an eyeshadow palette. This is the Sleek makeup highlighting palette in Solstice, and I only use this color down here. And I will take that on my Real Techniques brush, and I'll get that on my brush, and I will literally just get it right on the highest point because this highlight is another level. Like, it is so intense. So I like to just take that just on like the highest point here. So I know we haven't done our lips yet, but I do like to just set this and kind of melt all the products in together. So this is the Lock-It setting spray by Kat Von D. I'm just going to spray this just to kind of melt everything together. Oh, I did want to mention that I do like to highlight my like shoulder and collarbones whenever they are showing, just to kind of go with my face, because when you're just glowing in your face and your body's not glowing, I don't think it looks right. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of hit these parts of my body. Alright, so I still need to finish up the eyes, but it's just really simple. I'm just going to take that same color that we were using in the palette. I'm just going to grab this shade right here, that kind of peachy orangey shade, and I'm just going to apply this right underneath the lash line. Alright, and then I'm just going to take this shade here that we are using, and I'm just going to very slightly do this on the lash line as well. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to take this shade down here, and I'm just going to push that right up against the lash line just to give it like the same effect as the top. I am going to touch up that inner corner highlight again, just because when we did our concealer, it did kind of wipe away. This is like blinding. This color here is intense. And I'm just going to apply some mascara to the lower lashes. And then the last step is obviously going to be to apply our lip color. And today I'm going to be applying this really gorgeous red shade. This is from Smashbox, and this is in the color Bawse. It's B-A-W-S-E. And I love their liquid lip formula. I've already talked about them several times in several videos. I just love the doe foot on this. It's just so easy to apply your lip color. These last a really, really long time, and they're just so beautiful. They feel really good on the skin, or on the lips, I should say. So I'm just gonna apply this. But yeah, guys, this is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to do like a classic red lip makeup tutorial with like the winged liner and the whole jazz, but I feel like this is really pretty too, for more of like the natural girl that likes to kind of, I mean, this look is no means natural. I mean, I put a lot of makeup on, but I think you guys know what I mean. Like, it's not like super bold and dramatic on the eyes. It's very, very simple. There's no false lashes or anything like that. It's just more focused on the face and the lips, which I think is such like a classic look. I feel like it's so pretty and effortless, and it just goes well with the lips because it's not like super overpowering on the eyes, if that makes sense. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you guys did. Leave your comments down below letting me know what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!